I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more shot. This is gonna be like what you call. I'm gonna do the last one here. The last one I'm doing here today is going to be more of what you call the. It's just a way of saying that 2024 is going to be the year that things will turn around for humanity. That's my hope. That's my ambition. That's what I am using this podcast to say, that 2000 and 2024 is going to be the year where everything will turn around for humanity. I arrive at that conclusion because when HIV/AIDS came on board, which was the biggest kick on my groin, when in the 80s, I saw a lot of people dropping dead here, there, and yonder, and most of them were of the LGBT community, for one. And I also remember too that on the long run, it was even perpetuated to say that the disease came from Congo or stuff like that. So I personally was in the hospitality industry, and I saw people around me dying, to the point where the last one of the guys that died on it, we had to literally go in and have testing that was done through, where the guy died of HIV/AIDS, but we had to bring some van to come to our site to do testing, and we also tested when had tuberculosis, because he finally gave up on tuberculosis. So what I did was, I came up and said, okay, I'm going to try to see what I can do about it. And after graduating from the RAI, I wanted to use started a software engineering company to address HIV/AIDS, to do free work for the charitable organizations that are doing work in that space. It did not work out that way because I was not a member of the Old Boy Network. I did put in for the initiative that was for $5 billion that was being spread all across the world, and wrote a proposal hoping that I can instantiate it in Nigeria with two renowned scientists and doctors, like people like Dr. Akumode, people like Zubaja. They all signed it off on it. But when I brought it back to the United States and submitted it, it didn't go through because I would believe that my brethren were more worried about how they can help those who, they didn't even get anything out of it. And I personally had to go back and say, I'm going to go implement the proposal that I wrote, and that journey is the journey that I was on for a lengthy period of time. So that HIV/AIDS, I went in, got an office, brought some volunteers, and those volunteers would not stick with me because they saw the excuse me, saw the environment that I was working on, that this is not Javier, I'm recording right now. Can I call you back? Okay, bye bye. That's the guy who is going to be taking over my novel that I'm going to be writing. He, what it is that you have what you call um, Amazon. They have what you call people who write or in Amazon that do work for Amazon. I just figured that out now. They do work. They are a company. They take projects for Amazon, and it's like what you call the same thing. If you want to sell a product in Amazon, you just go in and sell the product. When you're selling the product, you're using the product to make to you have affiliates number and all this bunch of stuff. This is a company that does they take your book and take it to the grind of as a ghostwriter. So I'm using them, and I'm going to be sending a text message to one of the guys who may have thought they were a sponsor that gave me some cash that is making me to be able to pay for this project. The same guy too is going to have to start signing off on the project that of my first client, which is my landlady, like I was saying in the last podcast. So my podcast is not it rambles. It just go on and on and on. It goes all over the place. It's something that you listen to, but one way or the other, as you go along, you will be able to capture minor detail as you go along. You'll be able to capture nuggets. You'll be able to have access into my head. You are renting a space in my head. Because the bottom line for me here is that I was able to do one thing that a lot of people are afraid to do. People are scared to hell. People are running scared. They are afraid to speak out. But there are a bunch of white supremacists that are not afraid to speak out because they have what they call security duties. That they are NSO, FBI, CIA, they are guiding them. They are protecting them. So they are not afraid because unless somebody inadvertently just part of their own in cycle, they are protected. So I am coming from the angle that I'm not scared to come out and hit this ground and run like a thief. I'm going to hit the ground and run like a thief. I'm not going to do something. I'm going to make something happen. And most of the things I'm going to be saying is not against, I'm not anti-American. But I'm not going to shut my mouth when I know that where I see American going into the slippery slope, I will call you guys out. Like, for example, what I said in my last recording was that not giving legal status to people who you guys are, who are washing your dishes, who may have come here with the intention of, without knowing that you the one that gave them that propaganda machinery to tell them that your wall is, that the glass is half full here or half empty, that they should come here. When they got here, they themselves find out that you guys are full of crap and they don't want to buy into what you are selling. You are now locking them out, for one. And not only that, there were even children that were brought here by their father and they were young, and the old administration has already said that let us give them some credibility and let them live a better life going forward. You are refusing to do it. Don't you have an immigrant in your family? That's my question that I'm going to ask, and I'm going to stop there so I can start doing my stuff. And I think I've covered a lot of material today. Thank you. Happy New Year to y'all.